Urgent attention. The Virgin Mary has just revealed that an unprecedented heat wave is about to strike North America. Temperatures that will reach 122 degrees Fahrenheit in areas where such intensity has never been experienced. But the most shocking part isn't the heat itself, but what comes after. Are you prepared to know the signs that are already manifesting? In the next few minutes, you will discover not only the complete warning from our Heavenly Mother, but also the divine method of protection that has remained hidden for centuries, and today, for the first time, is being fully revealed for the salvation of millions of souls. Dearly beloved brothers and sisters in Christ, may the peace of the Lord and the protective mantle of our Blessed Mother cover you in this crucial moment in salvation history. My soul trembles with sacred emotion as I share with you this extraordinary revelation that the Virgin Mary, in her infinite mercy and maternal love, has allowed to reach your hearts precisely at this moment, when you need it most, when the signs of the times multiply before our very eyes. Why precisely now? Why have you been chosen to hear this message? What is so special about this exact moment in human history? It is not by chance, my brothers. It is not coincidence that you are here, listening to these words that vibrate with the urgency of heaven. Our Heavenly Mother has personally summoned you. Each one of you has been called by name from the celestial heights to receive a message that could change not only the course of your earthly lives, but something infinitely more valuable and eternal, the destiny of your immortal souls and those of all your loved ones. If your heart already feels the urgency of this divine call, if something within you tells you this message is different, show it now by giving this video a like. It's not a simple gesture, brothers. Each click is a light that turns on in the midst of the spiritual darkness enveloping our continent, allowing more desperate and needy souls to receive this vital warning that can be the difference between salvation and perdition. My dearly beloved brothers, the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of God and our Mother, Queen of heaven and earth, mediatrix of all graces, has descended once more from the celestial heights with tears of pain and love in her most pure eyes, bearing a revelation that shakes the very foundations of our North American reality. This is not just another warning among many. It is not another message that will go unnoticed. It is the last call, the final trumpet before the events prophesied for decades unleash with a force that none of us, not even the eldest among us, have ever witnessed in our entire lives. The message you are about to hear has been confirmed by multiple visionaries in different countries across our continent, from the sacred mountains of Colorado to the mystical plains of Montana, from the Marian sanctuaries of Texas to the humble chapels of Quebec. All have received the same vision, the same urgent message. North America will be subjected to a trial by fire that will separate the wheat from the chaff, that will reveal the truly devout hearts from those who have only superficial faith. It is absolutely vital, crucial, imperative that you remain until the last second of this message, because what you are about to discover is not just information, it is spiritual survival. I will reveal to you the exact nature of this approaching divine trial with lightning speed. I will give you the specific sacred tools that the Virgin Mary has prepared to protect your homes from what many will not survive, your families who depend on your spiritual strength, and your communities that need faith leaders in these moments of darkness. The difference between those who listen to this complete message with attention and devotion and those who ignore it as exaggerated or alarmist will literally be, and this is no metaphor, the difference between walking in the light of divine protection or wandering in the darkness of spiritual abandonment in the apocalyptic days that approach. But before revealing the complete message with all its shocking details, have you asked yourselves why precisely North America has been chosen? Why our continent and not another? Why this specific moment in history and not 10 years ago or a decade from now? The answer about to be revealed will leave you breathless and completely transform your understanding of current world events. Dear children of Mary, beloved brothers in faith, we live in an unprecedented era where signs from heaven multiply like never before in the 2,000 years of Christian history. From the majestic Rocky Mountains that touch the sky to the vast Great Plains that extend to the horizon, from the blessed coasts of the Pacific where waves sing praises to the Creator, to the mysterious forests of the North where creation still breathes with primitive purity, our beloved North American land, cradle of missionaries and martyrs, land of miracles and apparitions, has been chosen by heaven as the stage for a divine manifestation that will mark a before and after, not only in the history of our continent, but in the universal history of salvation. The Virgin Mary, with the pain of a mother who sees her children stray from the right path, has observed during recent decades how her beloved children in the United States, the nation under God, Canada, the land of countless martyrs, and Mexico, the nation of Our Lady of Guadalupe, have gradually but constantly moved away from the luminous path that leads to eternal salvation. It is not a condemning judgment, brothers. It is not an unfounded accusation. It is a painful reality that our Heavenly Mother contemplates with tears that fall like pearls from paradise, tears that burn with love, tears that cry out for the return of her prodigal children. Rampant materialism has invaded our homes like a silent plague. Violence has stained our streets with innocent blood. Corruption has eaten away at our institutions like an unstoppable cancer. And most serious, most painful for the Immaculate Heart of Mary, many of her baptized children, confirmed who made their first communion, have completely forgotten that they are beloved children of the Most High God, heirs of the kingdom of heaven. But here comes something you must understand with absolute clarity. Visualize for a moment this overwhelming scene. The Blessed Virgin, dressed in her celestial blue mantle that shines like the starry firmament, with her white tunic purer than the snow of the Rockies, extends her maternal arms over the complete map of North America. Her tears, falling upon our nations, do not fall like common water, but convert into drops of purifying fire, fire that does not destroy but cleanses, fire that does not kill but gives new life. Can you feel it already? That heat that many are already beginning to experience, those unusual heat waves that have struck various regions in recent months, are not coincidence, are not simply climate change. They are the prelude, the announcement, the first trumpet of what is to come, the systematic distancing from God, the silent apostasy that has taken hold of our societies, has created a spiritual void so deep, so abysmal, that it has altered the very balance of creation in our blessed lands. The ancient prophecies, those written in the sacred books and transmitted by saints and mystics through the centuries, spoke of a specific time in history when the sun would burn with 7 times its normal strength, when men would seek shade and not find it, when the heat would be so intense it would melt hearts of stone. My brothers, listen to me carefully, because this is crucial. That prophesied time is not a distant future. That time is now. It has already begun. But are you prepared to hear the most shocking part? What I am about to reveal to you now will change everything you thought you knew. In the Marian apparitions of recent years, apparitions that have been silenced by controlled media, apparitions that have occurred at different strategic points across our continent, from the forgotten sanctuaries of Montana to the mystical hills of New Mexico, from the ancient churches of Boston to the humble chapels of Vancouver, visionaries chosen by heaven, pure souls who have dedicated their lives to prayer and sacrifice, mystics who live in anonymity by divine will, have received fragments of a greater message, pieces of a celestial puzzle that only now, at this precise moment in history, when hearts are most receptive due to suffering, when the need is most urgent due to the global crisis, when humanity is on the edge of the abyss, this message is revealed in its totality, both terrifying and hopeful at the same time. Listen with an open heart and clear mind, because what comes now will not only change your understanding of current events, but will give you the key to survive spiritually and physically what approaches. The Blessed Virgin Mary, in mystical ecstasy, surrounded by angels and archangels, with a crown of 12 stars upon her head, representing the 12 tribes of Israel and the 12 apostles, has revealed literally, "My most beloved children of North America, land I have chosen for the manifestation of my glory, a heat wave of biblical proportions, similar to the plagues of Egypt but with a different purpose, is inexorably approaching your lands. It is not blind punishment from the Eternal Father. It is not divine vengeance as many will preach. It is a necessary, urgent, unavoidable purification. Temperatures will reach levels that will test not only the resistance of your mortal bodies, but the fortitude of your immortal souls. In some specific regions that I will reveal to you, the thermometer will mark numbers that modern science considered absolutely impossible for these latitudes, temperatures that have only been seen in the most extreme deserts of the world. But here comes the most shocking part of the message, the revelation that has made even the angels tremble. Our Heavenly Mother continues with a voice that is at once thunder and whisper. This scorching heat that will burn skin and dry rivers is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the necessary prelude to a massive spiritual transformation that will change the face of North America forever. Each degree the temperature rises on your thermometers is a desperate call to conversion. Each heat wave you feel striking your faces like whips of fire is my urgent maternal embrace, my last attempt to call you to return to the sacred heart of my Son Jesus before it is eternally too late. Are you prepared psychologically and spiritually to hear the specific details that the Virgin has revealed about what will happen in each region. What comes next has been hidden until now for fear of causing panic, but heaven has ordered it to be revealed today. For the United States, the nation under God, the Virgin warns with tears that turn to vapor upon touching the earth. The land that proclaims "In God we trust," where millions attend church but few truly live their faith, will experience the most intense, purifying fire of the entire continent. The great metropolises like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix will be furnaces of spiritual transformation where human pride will be melted like wax. I have seen the near future. The beaches of Miami will boil, the asphalt of Times Square will melt beneath pedestrians' feet, the Colorado River will reduce its flow by half. But hear this divine promise. My devout American children who pray the rosary daily with true devotion, those who do not do it out of routine but out of love, will experience an inexplicable supernatural coolness, even in the midst of the most intense heat that will reach 122 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas. For Canada, the land of vast expanses and deep faith, the message is clear as crystal and hard as diamond. The northern nation that has forgotten its Christian heritage, the land that once sent missionaries across the world but now imports secularism, will face temperatures that will melt national indifference and spiritual complacency. Toronto will see consecutive days when the thermometer won't drop below 113 degrees even at night. Vancouver's rain will cease, Montreal will become a desert, the prairies will crack. But in humble homes where the Holy Rosary is prayed as a family, where the tradition of evening prayer is still maintained, an inexplicable celestial breeze will provide miraculous relief that scientists cannot explain. For Mexico, the land where Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared, there comes this specific warning. The land of Juan Diego and countless martyrs, where my indigenous children still venerate me with ancestral purity, will experience divine contrast. Mexico City will know a sun so scorching it will evaporate its eternal smog. Guadalajara will be a furnace. Monterrey will believe itself in hell itself. But in the villages where processions are still held, where my image is carried with authentic devotion, rain will miraculously fall in the midst of heat, an unmistakable sign of my protection. Allow me now to share extraordinary and verifiable testimonies that confirm this revelation, testimonies that have been documented but kept secret until this moment by divine instruction. Exactly 3 weeks ago, on November 13th, in the city of San Antonio, Texas, a humble woman named Maria Mercedes Rodriguez, mother of 5 children, a domestic worker aged 47, had an extraordinary vision while praying the 3 o'clock rosary at San Fernando Cathedral. According to eyewitnesses, including Father Joseph Thomas, who was hearing confessions at that moment, Maria entered visible mystical ecstasy. Her body levitated 15 centimeters from the ground, her eyes turned white as snow, and a golden light completely enveloped her for exactly 33 minutes, the number of years of Christ's earthly life. Maria saw the Virgin Mary surrounded by a light so intense it seemed like a sun. Our Heavenly Mother showed her a detailed map of North America, engulfed in flames that did not destroy but purified. In that apocalyptic but hopeful vision, the Virgin told her literally, "My beloved daughter, Tell my North American children that the heat that comes is my maternal love intensified to the maximum. It is not destruction, it is construction of the New Jerusalem in American lands. Those who take refuge under my sacred mantle will not perish from the heat, but will be transformed like gold in the goldsmith's crucible. They will see wonders their eyes never imagined. Maria, with tears that according to witnesses shone like diamonds, saw how from each North American region columns of smoke rose that, upon reaching heaven, converted into perfumed incense before the throne of the Most High. The Virgin showed her specifically, with details that shake the soul, that temperatures would reach 122 degrees Fahrenheit in zones where they had never exceeded 95 degrees, and that this would occur in mathematically perfect cycles of 3 intense days followed by brief 24-hour respite, a pattern that would repeat 7 times the number of divine perfection. But here comes the most extraordinary part of the message, the revelation that will change your understanding of everything. Are you truly ready to know the divine master plan of protection? The Virgin Mary has revealed that this supernatural heat wave has 7 specific divine purposes that must be understood to survive. First purpose, the awakening. Awaken consciences dormant from materialism. Extreme heat will force people to desperately seek refuge, and in that anguished search, many will rediscover churches and sacred places as oases of peace and supernatural coolness. It is prophesied that millions will return to faith just by seeking physical relief and will find eternal salvation. Second purpose, purification. Purify sins accumulated over generations. Just as the goldsmith's fire purifies gold, eliminating all dross, this celestial heat will burn the spiritual impurities that have contaminated our nations. Each drop of sweat shed with patience will be counted as an indulgence, an opportunity to offer a living sacrifice to God for the conversion of sinners. Third purpose, unification. Unite families fragmented by the modern world. When the heat is absolutely unbearable in the streets, when going out means risk of death, families will be forced to gather in their homes. In that gathering forced by divine circumstances, many will heal wounds that have been festering for decades, forgive offenses that seemed unforgivable, recover love they believed lost forever. Fourth purpose, manifestation. Manifest the supernatural power of prayer in an undeniable way. During these days of extreme heat that science cannot explain, verifiable miracles will multiply in homes where prayer is offered with true faith. Entire rooms will maintain temperatures of 72 degrees, while outside the thermometer marks 122, without air conditioning, without possible scientific explanation. These miracles will be so numerous and documented that the media cannot hide them. Fifth purpose, preparation. Prepare the spiritual ground for the greatest evangelization in history. After this trial by fire, hearts will be more receptive than ever to the saving message of the gospel. Conversions will be counted in the millions. Saints will emerge from where least expected. Sixth purpose, separation. Definitively separate the wheat from the chaff, the sheep from the goats. This trial will reveal who truly belongs to God and who was only pretending. There will be no masks that resist this divine heat. Seventh purpose, glorification. Glorify God through the testimony of miraculous survival of His faithful. the entire world will turn its eyes to North America, asking how they survived. And the answer will be only one: by the grace of God and the protection of Mary. Now, yes, my brothers, we arrive at the most crucial, most vital, most important part of this entire message: the specific and detailed instructions that the Virgin Mary has given to protect us during this divine trial. Pay attention, because your survival depends on this. Our Heavenly Mother, in her infinite maternal wisdom, has been extraordinarily specific and detailed in her instructions. She has left nothing to chance, nothing to interpretation. First and fundamental, she has asked that a perpetual Continental Prayer Chain be established immediately, which must begin the first day temperatures exceed 104 degrees in any North American capital. Each region must unite in prayer at a specific hour of the day, thus creating an impenetrable spiritual shield. Eastern United States, at 6 a.m. sharp, praying specifically for the conversion of hearts hardened by materialism. Central United States, at 7 a.m., offering concrete sacrifices for peace in destroyed families. Western United States, at 8 a.m., asking special protection for the most vulnerable, children and elderly Canada. At 9 a.m., interceding for rulers to make wise decisions, Mexico. At 10 a.m., praying intensely for the definitive end of all violence, Alaska. At 11 a.m., supplicating for economic restoration and hope, Hawaii. At 12 noon, consecrating all youth to the Immaculate Heart, Puerto Rico. At 1 p.m., asking for the preservation of traditional Catholic faith southern states. At 2 p.m., begging for the unity of all Christians, New England. At 3 p.m., the sacred hour of divine mercy. The Virgin has solemnly promised that when this chain of prayer is completed each day without interruption, a supernatural celestial breeze will sweep across the entire continent from north to south, providing miraculous relief that will last exactly 3 hours. But there are much more specific instructions that must be followed to the letter without exception. Sacred protection for the home. The Blessed Virgin orders that in every Catholic home, a transparent glass container with water blessed by a priest be placed at the 4 cardinal corners of the house. This water, blessed with true faith and not by routine, will create an invisible barrier of spiritual coolness. Additionally, she urgently requests that an image of her, preferably of Our Lady of Guadalupe, patroness and empress of the Americas, be placed facing the main door, and another image of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in the main bedroom. The obligatory purifying fast. During the days of greatest heat intensity, when it exceeds 113 degrees, the Virgin asks for a special non-negotiable fast. Consume only water and unleavened bread on Wednesdays and Fridays. This fast will not only purify the body of toxins, but mysteriously, scientifically, inexplicably, it will reduce the sensation of body heat. My children who fast with true love, says the Virgin, will experience a coolness that comes directly from paradise. They will feel as if they were submerged in cool water, while others consume in the heat. Obligatory. Use of powerful sacramentals. The Virgin emphatically insists on constant use of the miraculous medal around the neck, the brown scapular on the chest, and especially the Blessed Rosary in hand or pocket. During days of extreme heat exceeding 113 degrees, those who wear these sacramentals with true faith will experience verifiable special protection. Cases have been documented in Mexico and the southern United States where people wearing the brown scapular did not suffer fatal heat strokes despite being exposed to temperatures of 118 degrees for hours. The Eucharist as an impenetrable shield. Receive my Son in the Eucharist as frequently as possible, daily if you can. The Virgin pleads with tears. His body and blood will be the supernatural food that will strengthen you when the heat weakens your mortal bodies to the limit. Those who receive communion daily during this trial, with proper preparation, will receive extraordinary graces of superhuman resistance and inexplicable peace. Do not fear, my infinitely beloved children. Although the trials that come will be more intense than anything you have experienced, heaven's protection will be infinitely more powerful. The Blessed Virgin wants you to know this with absolute unshakable certainty. None of her truly devout children will perish from this apocalyptic heat. They may suffer, yes, because suffering purifies, like fire purifies gold, but they will never be abandoned. In each moment of agony from the infernal heat, the Virgin Mary will be closer than your own breath, more present than your own thoughts. The Virgin has solemnly promised 7 special extraordinary blessings for those who persevere with faith during this heat wave. First blessing, total healing of chronic diseases that doctors considered absolutely incurable. Second blessing, miraculous family reconciliation that seemed impossible. Third blessing, supernatural prosperity after the trial that will exceed all expectations. Fourth blessing, the gift of wisdom to understand the apocalyptic times we live in. Fifth blessing, impenetrable special protection for the children and elderly of your families. Sixth blessing, the grace of final perseverance until death. Seventh blessing, the awakening of dormant extraordinary spiritual gifts. My most beloved brothers in Christ, we have reached the end of this transcendental message that will change history, but in reality, this is only the beginning of your radical transformation. It is time to act with extreme urgency. Share this video with every soul you can reach. Your action could be the difference between life and death, between salvation and perdition. Subscribe now to our channel and activate all notifications. The Virgin Mary is watching you at this moment with infinite love. Respond to her call now. Forward, soldiers of Mary. Victory is ours. North America will be the beacon of light that illuminates the entire world. Long live Christ the King. Long live the Virgin Mary. Long live consecrated North America.